Hello students, in this session we are going to see a new topic, that is impedance. Generally impedance is denoted with Z and the unit for impedance is ohm. Unit for impedance is ohm. Impedance is a complex term or a complex value which includes resistance plus reactance. So impedance is denoted with Z, its unit is ohm, and it is a complex value which is indicated with R plus Jx. So while discussing types of supplies, we have considered DC and AC type. For DC supply, the impedance is equal to resistance, and for AC, impedance is equal to resistance plus some reactance. So this is called as resistance and this is your reactance. These reactance may be inductive reactance, that is XL, or a capacitive reactance, or a combination of XL and XC. So everything we are going to see in detail in this class. Let us revise the phasor and phasor diagram class at a glance. So already we have seen what is a phasor and what is a phasor diagram. That is your second video of your second unit. Let us revise once. For example, if you consider a purely resistive network, if I consider a purely resistive network, if this is your applied voltage, this is your resistance. For purely resistive network, if this is your V of t, if this is your VR, that is voltage across resistor, if this is your R and this is your I of t. For example, consider I of t is equal to Im into sin omega t, then VR, that is voltage across the resistor, is current flowing through it multiplied with R. So Im into sin omega t multiplied with some resistance, which gives you Im into R sin omega t. This is your equation number 1, this is your equation number 2. So if I consider impedance, Z is equal to V by voltage by resistance. Here the voltage we got, that is Im into R sin omega t, and current is Im into sin omega t. So this sin omega t, Im gets cancelled. So Z becomes R. It means that for purely resistive network, the impedance is equal to resistance. Let us draw a phasor diagram for this purely resistive network. So this is of something of, here we are considering I of t is equal to Im into sin omega t. So let us consider here Im. So this is your I of t. If I consider this is your I of t. This is your phasor for I of t. If I consider this is your phasor for I of t or IR of t, you can consider this is your IR of t, that is current flowing through this resistor. Then VR of t, this is VR is nothing but your VR of t or VR. The voltage across the resistor is equal to Im multiplied with R, that is nothing but you can write R into IR of t, R into IR of t. So some magnitude Im is multiplied with R, so automatically the magnitude of your VR will increases with R times. So for VR, so this is your VR, this is your VR. So if you observe, IR of t sin omega t, VR of t also sin omega t. So there is no any phase difference. So if it is a purely resistive network, there is no any phase difference between your current flowing through the resistor and voltage across the resistor. This is for purely resistive network. We'll see for purely inductive network. For purely inductive network, let us consider for purely inductive network. This is your voltage and this is your I of t and this is your inductor. Let us take current flowing through the inductor is IL of t is equal to Im into sin omega t. In the previous class we have considered sin omega t plus phi. If I consider plus phi, then there will be the current is having an angle of phi with x axis, but here I am considering just omega t. So IL of t is equal to Im into sin omega t. This is nothing but we can write Im with 0 angle. Instead of, if I consider in the previous section I have considered IL of t is equal to Im into sin omega t plus phi. It means that here I have written Im into with an angle of phi. So how will be the phasor for this one, phasor diagram? So for this one, phasor diagram will be like this. Phasor diagram will be, so this is your phasor for Im. This is your phasor for your IL of t. For this one, how will be the phasor diagram? The phasor diagram will be like this. So it is having, what is the difference? Here you are having some phase phi. So this becomes your now IL of t, which is making some phi with some x axis, this x axis. So that is only the main difference. You can consider any one. So here I am considering IL is equal to Im into sin omega t. It means that I am considering 0 phase. Then Vc of t becomes, that is a VL of t, voltage across the inductor. Voltage across the inductor. Voltage across the inductor. Voltage across the inductor equation by the Ohm's law, L into D IL of t by dt. Here I of t is equal to IL of t. So from this what we can write? Here which is, this is nothing but your I of t. I of t is equal to IL of t is equal to Im into, or you can write this totally, this can be IL of t is equal to I of t, which is Im into sin omega t. So L into D IL of t is equal to I of t. So from this we can write, so if you differentiate this one, you will get here Im into omega into cos omega t. From this you can write omega L Im. This cos omega t can be written as sin omega t plus 90. Sin omega t plus 90 degrees. So this is your VL of t. So omega L Im sin omega t. So if you write in terms of exponential, e power, here you are having 0 phase difference. So Im with 0 into e power j 90 degrees. E power j 90 degrees is nothing but your j. So j into omega L Im with 0 phase. This is your VL of t. VL of t is equal to j into omega L Im with 0. So j omega L is nothing but your inductive reactance. So if you observe, for example, if I consider this is your equation number 1, observe this equation number, this is a equation number 2. If I draw a phasor diagram for this one, if I draw a phasor diagram for this one, IL of t is equal to Im into sin omega t. If you observe here, here you are having sin omega t, Im. Let us draw a phasor for this one. Let us draw a phasor for this one. So this is your IL of t. This is your IL of t. Let us compare VL of t with IL of t. That is current flowing through the inductor and voltage across the inductor. It is having Im term, okay, sin, instead of omega it is having 90 degrees. So instead of Im, here you are having Im is multiplied with some omega L. So the magnitude, the peak value of your VL of t is increased with a term of omega L. So this will be the omega L value increases. So this term indicates your magnitude of your signal. This is your magnitude. Here you are having Im, but here Im is multiplied with omega L. So automatically the length of the vector will increases. The length of the vector is increased. This becomes your VL of t. Now observe, if I consider this is your phase vector for your IL of t, then VL of t is 90 degrees, it is leading. So this is your 90 degrees. So already I said that for inductor, always the inductor voltage leads the inductor current with 90 degrees. So this shows the voltage across the inductor always leads the voltage, that is of current flowing through the inductor with 90 degrees. And here impedance is equal to voltage by current. What is the voltage? J into omega L into Im of 0. And what is current? Im of 0. So Im of 0, that gets cancelled. Here you are getting Z is equal to J into omega L. This is called as inductive reactance. This is called as inductive reactance, which can be written as J into XL. XL is equal to omega L. Just remember, this will be very helpful for further proceedings. So this is for your inductor. Let us see same for the capacitor. Then we'll continue with the series RL circuit. Just remember this one. Always the voltage across the inductor leads the current through the inductor with 90 degrees. Let us take for capacitive circuit. If this is your capacitor, the applied voltage and your current, and let us take this is your VC. Let us consider the voltage across the capacitor VC of t is equal to Vm into sin omega t, which is equal to Vm with an angle of 0, which is equal to V. So from this we can write IC of t is equal to current through the capacitor. IC of t is equal to C into D Vc of t by dt. So from this we can write C, differentiate Vc of t with dt, then here you will get omega into Vm into cos omega t. So omega C Vm, this cos omega t can be written as sin omega t plus 90 degrees. This is your IC of t. This IC of t can be written as omega C Vm with an angle of 0 e power j pi by 2. So e power j pi by 2 is j. So j into omega C Vm with an angle of 0, that is your IC of t. So let us draw phasor diagram for this one. Let us draw phasor diagram. Let us take this is your equation number 1 and this is your equation number 2. So for the capacitor what happens? Current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. Current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. It is nothing but voltage lags the current by 90 degrees. We can write. So if I consider IC of t, so let us see here, let us observe this VC of t and IC of t. So if we observe these two things, this IC of t is having plus 90, that is nothing but this current leads the voltage. For capacitor what we have considered, always for the capacitor current leads the voltage. It means that if I consider a voltage here, if I consider a voltage here, this is your, if I consider this is your VC of t, for VC of t what we have, Vm sin omega t, Vm, but in the magnitude place, in the place of Vm what we have, Vm is multiplied with some extra term, that is omega c. So automatically the ICs of t magnitude automatically increases. So and there is a how much phase difference? This sin omega t is making 0 phase difference with x axis, but this is making a 90 degrees with x axis. So this will be the IC of t. This will be IC of t, which is making 90 degrees, which is making a 90 degrees. So from this we can conclude that for capacitor always current leads the voltage. Current leads the voltage by 90 degrees or voltage lags the current by 90 degrees. In another way also you can draw this. If I consider, always I said that the leading is in this direction, the lagging will be in this direction. If I consider voltage here, if I consider current here, if I consider current here, IC of t, then what about the voltage? Voltage is lagging the current. If I consider, instead of considering on a y-axis, if I consider on x-axis IC of t, always this VC of should be in lagging position. It means that this should be in this direction. So VC of t with an angle of 90 degrees. So this thing we are going to see in next class. In this class we are going to see. So while discussing your inductor, we have considered the voltage on upper side. Here we are going to consider on downside. That is for inductor. If I consider for inductor, how will be the diagram? If I consider some current here, always for inductor voltage leads, for capacitor voltage lags. With respect to the current, voltage lags the current, voltage leads the current for inductor, and for capacitor voltage lags the current. And impedance Z is equal to voltage by current. So what is the voltage? Vm over 0 j omega c Vm over 0. This is your IC of t. So Vm of 0 gets cancelled. So Z is equal to 1 by j omega c. This is your XC, that is your capacitive reactance. Let us conclude. So for resistor, how we are having? If I consider this is your something of your current. For resistor, this is your VR. For inductor, so this is your VL. For capacitor, this is your VC. Always the voltage across the inductor leads the current by 90 degrees. Always voltage across the capacitor lags the current by 90 degrees. Always voltage across the inductor leads the current by 90 degrees, lags the voltage by 90 degrees for capacitor. In this next class, we are going to see how will be the phasor diagram for series circuits.